Hello, everyone. I'm doing a different podcast today, one that brings me a great deal of sadness. It's a tribute to a friend I lost a week ago, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been posting lately. I've had a few people, well, actually, quite a few people email me, and I've had some phone calls from people wondering if the podcast was off the air, but my best friend forever, someone that we used to tell each other we were brothers from a different mother, passed away on April 17th after a brief illness. It was totally unexpected. He was 64. Bob Hammond was one of a kind. I truly loved him. And he and I did so much together. I'm going to give you a quick rundown, but I did want to do this short tribute and message to let you know why I haven't posted lately and to talk a little bit about Bob. So if I'm rambling, that's okay. I'm not working from a script. I'm just basically remembering my best friend. Bob Hammond was truly one of a kind. He was kind and generous and literally never had a bad word to say for anyone. Bob and I met at KOLD TV when I was a news anchor there back in the 80s. And I needed a cameraman to go out and do stories on drug interdiction with the U.S. Border Patrol at the time. They had a unit that would go out and lay in on drug trails and smuggling trails. And I knew the fellow that organized that unit, and he invited us to go along on a couple of their operations, and it turned into a 3.5-year series of reports for which Bob and I both received the Associated Press's first place for investigative reporting, and I believe it was 1991. He was the only one crazy enough to go out with me and do that kind of thing. And it was a pretty good series. Some of the video that we shot was used by the national CBS network at the time. And Bob and I kind of went our different ways. I went to Florida to work for Fox News, and he went to Phoenix and started his own TV production company, Go Media, and then Media Productions, and Media Solutions was the name of his company. So when I moved back to work at Arizona Electric Power Cooperative, one of the first people I reached out to was Bob, because they wanted to do a 50th anniversary video, and Bob and I produced a video that won several awards for documentary production. But the awards aren't important. The person is. Bob and I have done so much work over the years together, and we became so close that we literally were brothers from a different mother. I've been very lucky in my life to have two wonderful brothers. The first is Craig, my biological brother, my real brother, if you will, although Bob was a real brother. But Craig, old father, he lives in Tombstone, and he and I have grown closer over the years. And then, of course, there was Bob. Before I go any further, you can go to hansonmortuary.com, HANSEN mortuary.com. Click on obituaries, and Bob's comes up, and his family did a wonderful job of summarizing his life and career. In fact, I couldn't do it better. I am so honored that his wife, Diane, has asked me to do the eulogy, which I am going to do. It's going to be tough, but there it is. But I'm going to wrap this up because I could go on forever. And I'll just say a couple of things real quick. First of all, I will get back to posting our regular podcasts. I have a couple of informative podcasts I have planned in the coming weeks about rural hospitals and couple of other important topics, including an update on the legislature. But I just want to say this. Bob and I never hesitated to tell each other we loved each other. And I do that with Craig and with the people I truly love in my life. And it kind of surprises me how tough it is for some people to say to someone else who isn't their spouse that they love them. Don't ever miss the opportunity to say that you love someone. Because that, if you miss that opportunity, it never comes around again. And truly count your real friends and count on them and let them know that they can count on you. I don't have very many real close friends, and Bob was the best friend I had. And it's important to know that he was always there for me. So, also to you guys, I want to, again, this has nothing to do directly with Bob, but it's something that occurred to me as his passing occurred. A lot of men don't like to go to the doctor. They don't do the preventive medicine like the colonoscopies and, the echocardiograms and those kinds of things. But if you do nothing else after this podcast, go see your primary care physician, get a referral for a physical and a complete workup. I'd be willing to bet that half of you watching this, half of you male viewers, haven't done that kind of thing in years, but it's critical. And it can give your doctors leads on things that can be prevented. And I do this on a regular basis. So I think that's all I have to say. I've shown some pictures here of Craig and Bob. Like I say, I was blessed with a brother and then another brother. And very few people have the opportunity to say that in their lives and truly mean it. I want to wish you all the very best, good health. And again, don't hesitate to tell someone. In fact, if you have someone in your life that you haven't said that to for a while, go tell them, hey, I love you. We'll catch you next time.